Good Animorning! Hello! Guten Morning to you. So, still working on the Adventure So Animated. Mike, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, India.
What are you working on?
So I'm about to move on to page 19. I just noticed something that I missed in the feedback for 18. I'm just going to address this now.
Cool. I looked over yesterday and saw what Mike was changing. I'm really happy with the new interior of the school.
Yeah, if I can get a decent screenshot of your feedback talk. Doesn't it really want to give me I'll give an overall impression.
Hey Eileen! Eileen! Hey Andrew! How are you guys?
That gives an indication of like
Ribbiter?
how things have changed.
Whoops. I have blue selected. I don't want blue. Oh, that top panel's really nice, Mike.
Thanks.
Wow, yeah, it's feeling super unified now.
Yeah.
Geez, your work is so impressive.
Thanks, Swifty.
Yeah.
This page has been the one that's been mostly like, it's kind of like the one I haven't got to every time I went through a pass, where it's just like, I'll get to that later. I don't know if I was intimidated by the fact it's the introduction to Sylvia, but yeah, I think it's got her now.
Yeah, how do you feel about it now?
I'm just going to change this speech bubble, the 1G, because I just noticed in your notes that you said, please make this the same color as the label.
Yeah.
But I was dancing around a different color for the label and a different color for the book so many times yesterday.
That it didn't get changed?
That it just hadn't changed. Hadn't changed this.
That's cool.
Like, yeah. And I also decided to go with just green, oranges, and like orangey browns for the books that Sylvia's carrying, so that she just feels like a whole unit now.
That's really cool. Yeah, I think that works well.
But everything still should contrast against her skin tone.
Yeah. That's a good shout, I think.
And then you said that her colour is kind of greeny blue, so I made her planner be the most green blue. Like it's almost a navy blue, but it contrasts against everything in the stack. So you see here, then here, then here, then here, then here, then here, then here.
It's really cool, dude. Oh, it looks fantastic.
I don't have Restream open.
Also, I really like the way that I like the way you've handled the shade on that wall, given just the indication of line art that I gave you. And I like that you've made it warmer where Sylvia is, so it shows you the last place Midge wants to go.
Yeah.
Like, that's what Midge sees as kind of the light.
Yeah.
The saving light.
I was playing back into the fact that like Midge wears this sort of warm yellow golden sort of t-shirt, and she's I kind of see her being attracted to those types of colours.
Like a moth.
Like a moth, yeah. So there's this kind of like golden trail of post-its.
Nice.
Going toward it as well.
That's great. Love that. Super duper happy with the page.
I'm glad.
Yeah. Someone's doing a really good job. It's not me.
Shit. So yeah, I just noticed that I'd missed some notes. I can't. It'd be easier to show you another one, but things like you wanted. You wanted a gradient here in the bottom left to show that she's making a realization.
Yeah.
So I was just about to do that.
Cool. Thank you.
I might even make it the same sort of golden colour that is in the next panel, so there's a linkage there.
Yeah.
I have made a realization, and then this is what I realised about.
I like hearing your thoughts, like behind what you're doing is too. It's super interesting. Because colour is really an impenetrable wall to me, or so it seems at the minute. So just hearing like what you're thinking when you're going into it sheds a bit of light on your approach.
I think that these choices, they come out of knowing the story and knowing the character more and more. So I've figured things out and made decisions as I've got to know things more and more. Like, I didn't know I'd make these decisions up front. And that's part of the reason why the page doesn't just get coloured immediately like this, because I don't know all the information. So it's like every page becomes a puzzle that you need to kind of unravel.
Mm-hmm. And you've got to try and have all those puzzle pieces fit together into a larger thing as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's not enough to just solve a page on its own. Solving a page is kind of like solving a character and solving a setting and solving how to get the feel across.
Yeah, also the page isn't a destination in itself, but the reader's going to like stay with it for a little bit of time as well, but it needs to be like a bridge between this page and the next. It doesn't necessarily have to completely tie in, but if the locations or the setting or the tone and the mood needs to be the same, then they do need to link up. So I've just made myself a new, it's the wrong one, I just made myself a new, where'd you go? Oh, it's over here. This is the kind of sequence as we're going to have it now. So this is the pages that immediately follow this. So I'm going to work on 19, which is this one, and I'm going to pull in the colours I've got in this bottom left more into this upper left, bottom right, upper left. But then you have this moment where everything comes to a halt, and then there'll be a new environment to introduce.
Hey Tips. That sounds great, Mike. Andrew was saying that he likes the way that the walls look degraded because it gives character to the place.
Cool. That's something you wanted, was that the school wasn't bad, but it wasn't nice.
Yeah. I didn't want it to be a particularly good school or well-funded school, so me trying to figure out where an arm would go.
How is everyone else's? What day is it? Wednesday?
Yeah.
How is everyone else's Wednesday morning?
It's a Wednesday.
I also discovered a brush that I really like. It's a soft brush, but it has a bit of texture to it. And I've been using that on various panels. I think it's this one. Yeah. It's got a bit of kind of tooth to it.
It's been working so far. I really like the way that you've been adding texture to the panels. I think you've been adding like just enough to make the characters and such pop. Hey Noah!
Hey Noah.
We're okay, thanks Tips. What do you mean a simple song in your head and no way to develop it?
Like a little riff.
You can do it! It can go in the Pegpar jukebox. I'm trying to think of some kind of awesome pun on that. I'll let you know. Come back to me in 7 days. Maybe I'll have something. Oh no, a restless night. I hope you got some sleep. You're in a forest. Fashion yourself a keyboard from a tree. A wooden xylophone, maybe. A forest flute.
Get some jars, fill them with water and get some spoons.
That is hard though. It's like you can sing it into your phone to retain the melody or the riff, but there's not many ways to layer that really.
I don't know, do you get phone apps that can do that sort of thing?
That's true. I used to just record myself singing the backing and then play that whilst I go over the top to try and figure something out. But then I can only have 2 layers. But 2 layers is better than 1 layer. No, I mostly forget them too. I mainly just make them up in the shower and then as soon as the shower's over they've gone. Either terrible or really, really good. Noah. A synthesizer that's designed to transmit music to hotel rooms. That's crazy. Oh, tips, yeah, that's fair enough. Like if you feel embarrassed recording your voice, I know that feeling. It's not some people's nightmares is hearing their voice come out of something. Twice your voice, Tibbs. You should at least hum it into your phone, even if you don't listen to it immediately, so that you can develop it when you're not in a forest. That's really, really cool. I'd like that. It'd be like almost having your own theme music or backing track. Which is something I used to wish I had a lot. Because I played a lot of games where you would get a theme as soon as a certain character comes in.
Yeah, I like character themes, musical ones, like where you get a little sting or something that lets you know they're about to appear or something. It builds anticipation. I really like. You know, I like when they're able to make character themes that work well individually, but then they're able to bring them together into like one song when maybe the characters have formed a team or have made an agreement or are working together, and then you have the 2 or 3 or more themes interweaved.
Can you remember a game that did that? Because that sounds awesome. I'm not sure that I've seen it done well before.
Probably stuff like Zelda, or is able to interweave its melodies.
I like the way that you can have a melody that, when played differently, has a completely different feel. Like, I'm not sure how many people here have played Undertale.
Undertale's a good one as well, yeah.
Yeah, but It's Raining Somewhere Else is a slowed down version of Sans's theme. And Sans's theme feels very light and jokey, and It's Raining Somewhere Else feels very slow and sad and melodic.
Gotcha.
And it's just the same tune, but it's played differently on different instruments at different tempos, with, you know, a little bit of different instrumentation, and it completely changes it. It's really cool. And the thing which freaks me out a little bit is that when I hear other people's voice come out of a voice recording, it sounds the same to me as they do. So I can only assume that even though my voice sounds weird to me when I hear it recorded, that's actually how I sound to other people, which is disheartening. Oh, I'm glad you guys have played it. Yeah, the music's one of the really... I'd say it's one of the best things about the game, but there's so many things I love about the game. Cranium reverberation. I wish I could apply cranium reverberation retrospectively to things. I wish I could make everyone else feel my cranium reverberation.
So that you sound like how you think you sound like.
Yeah. Because I definitely sound better in my head than I do when I hear myself on a recording.
I'm a lot higher pitched than I think I am.
You can go pretty low though. Your Angus voice is pretty low.
That's because I hired that in. That's outsourced.
I see. Hello, Anderson Milani.
And also Insaniac, hello.
Hello, Insaniac. Aw, Liam, that's like the sweetest thing ever. Thanks. Like most people, I'm not a massive fan of my own voice, but I just, you know, I can't talk to people unless I use it, so I'll just have to get over it. Good morning, Claire. Tori sounded kind of like a whale.
When?
Just now, I guess. An old whale.
Hoi hoi.
Hey, melon. Ahoy hoy.
Yeah, recording the Let's Plays means that I've heard my voice. I'm kind of desensitized to it now.
You've heard it a whole bunch. It's still not okay to sing though on the introduction.
Oh, all night. That's because I'm tone deaf.
You did a good job though.
Hollow night. Dying swiftly, hollow night.
We're good, thanks, Claire. How are you doing? How are you? I'm still working on this animation every day.
Still working on this animation.
I mean, that's good though, because this is going to be something which is coloured by Mike. And Mike has no time for colouring animations right now.
No.
So hopefully this animation will be done when Mike's finished the colouring on the comic.
Okay, add a chalk.
And then he can colour this. So, yes! Hair is the most deceptive thing. Oh, okay, it seems to be so hard to design. I didn't realise you were drawing hair, Eileen. Oh, cool! Working away. What are you working on, Claire? Tips you're going to do is sit quiet later. That sounds awesome. That's one good thing about being in the forest. Obstacle courses. Also tree climbing and finding cool looking mushrooms. We should go to a forest soon. Forest quest.
I was sure I changed the colours on this. Did I open up 19 by accident?
Did anyone else used to design impossible hairstyles that they wish they could have had? I would sometimes design hair where if you actually quit it that way, it wouldn't work because the hair would just fall due to the fact that gravity doesn't work that way.
I guess I didn't. Okay.
Alright now, ladies.
No, I was trying to quote Matthew McConaughey, but sure.
I want you on your baddest behaviour. Lend me some sugar. I am your neighbour.
I honestly thought when you said, I want you on your back, that you were going to end it with back, and I was like, whoa, now.
I want you on your back like a tortoise, how we do it. I just like turtles. Ladies in a half shell. Turtle power.
Did you say ladies in a half shell?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd watch Turtle Girls. It's nothing like Super Ninja Turtles, it's just turtle women going about their daily business.
What would the daily business of a turtle woman be?
You know, going to shops, hanging out with friends, maybe playing some games, watching a movie, trying not to get knocked over.
Try it. These girls are avoiding getting knocked over. Or knocked up. Or knocked up.
And what?
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 Knocked up is an expression when you get impregnated.
Yeah, but why?
The girls would be avoiding getting knocked over and knocked up.
Oh,
It's the daily struggle of a turtle girl.
It's a knocked thing.
Yeah.
I thought you'd just like gone straight into pregnancy for no reason.
No.
For no reason. Give them hot buzz cuts. That's one way to solve the problem for sure.
Melon, if you made your characters turtle girls, then they wouldn't have hair.
Turtle girls could have hair. I suppose it depends how turtle they are. They could have wigs.
They could wear wigs, this is true.
I wouldn't mind being a turtle girl because, well, actually I would. I was thinking that I would decorate my shell. I'd like paint cool things on it. But I guess it would be more like I would decorate everyone else's shell because I wouldn't be able to reach my own.
Aww. I'm listening to Undertale now. Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
I was trying to look up a mermaid reference once, and Google search gave me a meander into DeviantArt, and I stumbled on turtle mermaids that someone had like photocomped, what did it used to be called? Photo edited?
I don't know.
Anyway, they'd composited breasts on a turtle, and I was just like, whoa.
Turtle girls.
And a human head. Like, it was like a turtle body, a human head. I can't even remember. I don't think she even had arms. I think it was just mostly turtle body, a human head, and they'd like superimposed breasts on the plastron, and I was just like, why would
I think I remember you showing me those. It was actually really, really funny. I think the person doing it was doing it as a joke.
I would love, I hope so.
I'm trying to find some cool music.
Just a head and titties. Yeah, pretty much.
Let's see.
Tibbs' point. Much better to have a woman with a bare head.
Bing.
You have been alerted. This is
have
a reminder that you have been alerted.
So nice to meet you. My name's Alison. I'm a psychologist, and I'm always interested in the person that's sitting in front of me. But what I actually see is it's like there's mirrors behind, and I see you as a daughter.
Thank you so much for this big advert. I really appreciate it. There we are. We have some Ghibli going on now.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Currently trying to figure out how to draw Underbeard. What is the thing?
Underbeard.
Underbeard. It's the sequel to Undertale.
I think the reason I can touch type is because I couldn't talk when I was younger.
Why couldn't you talk?
I just found it really difficult to like speak to people, but online messaging became the outlet, and therefore, for convenience,
Yeah,
I just needed to learn how to type faster.
yeah, I agree. It is a bit easier typing as well because I feel like you can say what you really mean. Sometimes when I'm speaking to people, stupid stuff will come out of my mouth that sounds not the way I intended it. And I won't realise till after I've said it that it sounds strange or weird or wrong or gives a bad impression. And I wish that I could have clarified that by just typing it so that I could have said what I really meant.
Yeah.
Because at least you can check over what you're writing.
India, where does this poster stop? I'm gonna overlap it.
Are you sure? Okay.
Because otherwise you're gonna create tension here.
That's probably why I didn't draw the end line in.
That's probably why.
Like a lot of time I figure if it's a line of colour, you can push it back more.
Oh, I'm gonna leave that delay.
No, and I hate it when you find something in like one playlist and can never find it anywhere else. Oh, Bryony, you're one of those rare few people who actually prefers talking in person. Can you talk for me?
She probably could.
That'd be great.
She'd be like, "Wah, wah, 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 wah." Indy listened to a really scary song yesterday. Tilly Mall.
It was horrible. Tilly Tilly Bomb. It was a Russian lullaby. So it's got this really beautiful haunting melody, but the words are terrifying. I wouldn't be able to sleep if someone sang that to me.
I loved your version of it. So the actual one is like kind of thing, and in the afterwards it's like Tilly Tilly Boom, he's coming for you. The dance that went with it.
That's my way of dealing with fear. It's the ridiculous spell from Harry Potter. It's just something that makes me uncomfortable. I'll make it silly and stupid instead, and then I can deal with it. That song's altogether too scary.
Oh, 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 there's a man outside. Tilly Tilly Boom, now he's in your house. Oh, I wish I could show the dance.
You can film yourself doing it and post it.
No, I can't do it. It requires the the ragamuffin scruff of you to really
Wow.
demonstrate it.
Sure.
It does.
Sure. I will figure out how heads work at some point. Yeah, Russian fairy tales are pretty intense. Yeah, Melon, I get scared of that too. Because you can probably hear on the stream, but I string together words a lot and slur them a lot as well. And my S's aren't particularly clear. I've never been able to fix that problem, but a combination of me stuttering when I talk because I'm nervous, and the slurs and the speed at which I talk means that I get a lot of people saying what to me just because they didn't catch what I said. But it's really embarrassing for me to repeat myself. Like, I just get cringy inside. And somehow even worse is me asking other people to repeat themselves. Because if I don't catch what someone says, I feel embarrassed for them that I'm asking them to say what, and that embarrasses me. Sorry, that I'm asking them to say it again, and that embarrasses me. Especially when I don't hear them again the second time. That's the worst.
I'm gonna love growing old with you, India.
What? Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
What?
You're gonna have to get one of those massive ear horns. I really want one of those.
Oh man. What? Are you gonna add H's to your whats?
What?
What? What?
Yeah, it's amazing that even though a lot of people speak English in different countries, the sign language, despite it all being English, is completely different. Speaking to a left ear, please. People circling around you to get to your left ear.
So does that mean when you don't want to listen to someone, you're like, and then you just turn your right ear toward them?
Speak to the right ear, because the left ear ain't listening. My dad's like a little bit deaf, or hard of hearing, which means that he says what to me a lot. But even better than that, he regularly goes to get his ears de-waxed, and he revels in showing me the little bottle of earwax afterwards. I'm like, I don't want to see that, Dad. He's like, no, look, look at this. Why? Don't leave it on the kitchen table where we take food and meals together. I don't want to look at that when I'm eating, Dad. Just look at it. No, Dad.
Oh man. You pretending to be your dad is the best.
I think he's like, there's a weird kind of pride in how much earwax he can get out of his ears. Ooh, Insaniac, welcome to the YouTube side. I mean, you summoned the bot. So today is the first day that a comic won't possibly arrive.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
I think it probably will arrive Friday. But, like, if it was printed and sent off on Monday, then it could possibly arrive today.
Yeah. We'll need to keep an ear out.
Mhm.
Because I don't want to walk all the way to the place to get it.
If we did, then I'd be able to pick up the other package.
Oh, yeah.
Exciting.
Isn't it?
What's wrong with the cleanup, Celine? What are you having trouble with? Nightbot number 8. If you're going to sew something properly.
It's meant to say do something.
I know. I love that that annoys me. Because I'm like, you didn't even type the quote about doing something properly.
That's why it's still there.
Minimum effort on your behalf. Like, if you were gonna type it, Mike,
you might as well have done it properly.
Yes! You'll get there, Aline. Consistency just comes with practice. I hope. Because I've been drawing the same characters for a really long time and they're still really inconsistent. Okay, Mr. Magnus.
Okie dokie, Dr. Jones.
Okie dokie, Dr. Jones.
Oh, that bit doesn't do well there.
Have a great day at school, Insaniac.
Bye bye.
I mean, your characters don't feel inconsistent to me either. I think maybe it's a matter of how well you know them, I guess. Like, you can see the inconsistencies that I can't see, and maybe vice versa. I bet if you looked for them, you'd be able to see them though. Like, people's heights and proportions keep changing, and their faces change all the time. Yeah, like, honestly, Aline, your characters seem pretty consistent to me. Like, inconsistencies in terms of he's annoyed and now he's happy. Yeah, but the faces always felt like they've realistically distorted to those expressions. Not like it's a different character making the expression.
There you go. There's your books.
Yeah, emotions are inconsistencies. Let's see, I might try and do... Oh, we got Gorshed!
We got Gorshed.
I might try and do Taco and Magnus on one frame for these bits where they're moving, because Taco's movements are going to be kind of dependent on Magnus. And I have his keys. So I might draw them both together here. Who Gorshed us?
I don't know.
Aline, I don't know when you're making fun of me. So so I wouldn't hate you. I'm not sharp enough to know when I'm being made fun of. Most people just give up because it's not fun anymore. It's kind of like poking a rock.
It's important to finish things even though you can see the faults, because there'll always be faults, but you need to finish things. Like, there is a power in finishing things and showing a finished thing to people.
Yeah, 100%. Always go for something finished over something perfect. Yeah, there you are, we're a perfect match. You don't know when you're like being hurtful to someone. I don't know when someone's being hurtful to me, so it's fine. We'll both just be normal together, I guess. Perfect. Man, I'm happy. Ignorance is bliss. Let me go. Claire's on the bus. You can do it, Aline. We showed Reika Mune yesterday, if anyone's seen that movie.
Oh yeah.
I'm still not sure that I like the story all that much. Like it's not that well told or that well paced or put together story wise, but I love the ideas in that film and the designs.
Yeah.
It was really interesting though to see because the Glim's fingerprints are all over it. Like, I don't know if I saw that film before or after I started Girl and the Glim, but I can only assume it was before. Because I think there were a lot of things that really inspired me.
I think it was after.
Was it after?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of good to know then that... I mean, I wouldn't mind if I did take influence from it. But... it would also be good to know it's a coincidence.
Yeah.
But yeah, the visual design in that movie is like so
It's
nice.
stunning.
Oh, Claire, you can do it. Your voice is amazing. You're a beautiful singer. Like you'll hit out of the park. Don't worry. Oh, Lynn, that's awesome. Are you doing life drawing or something? Oh man, how health issues do suck.
Yeah.
I really hope that I don't have too many when I'm older.
She's making you draw bricks today because she said your straights are horrendous and your volumes are terrible. She sounds like a champion.
Wow, she sounds like a really good teacher. Like, yes, please be this harsh to me.
Like, draw some bricks, you fucking imbecile.
Yeah, I need someone to do that with me. To actually be like, you know, this is shit. So, do this. Study this.
I think it's good because she gives, like, a solution rather than just being like, well, this is shit. And then nothing afterwards. Like, draw some bricks. Look.
Well,
I'll arrange them for you.
It's something you never choose to do on your own. But something that you can be pushed to do by a mentor because they can see what your weaknesses are.
And draw bricks, India.
Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate it. My drawing sensei. Yes, bacon will kill us all. Bacon the life ender.
I think after this deadline I'm going to start doing an exercise regime.
Are you?
Yeah.
What's it going to be?
Probably running and a bunch of resistance exercise.
That's cool. I wish I had the money for swimming. I might do some like dance or something though, that'd be fun. Like something I can do at home. With a video.
A dance video?
Well, more just like dancing to music, having fun.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but that's good for you. Just moving around.
I like your dancing.
I wouldn't want to do it in front of anyone though. I'd be scared to do it when you're home even. I could do it while you're jogging.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, martial arts are really fun. I enjoyed that a lot. 'Cause I like fighting.
You sure do love fighting.
I do. Fighting is the way that I communicate most. That's how I show my love to Mike.
Yep.
You know I like you if I'll fight you.
Yeah.
If I don't like you, I won't want to fight you. Fighting's fun though. You were, Claire? What tales did you hear? What did they tell you?
Oh dear. might be involved in that story.
You may be. Maybe it's just like a delicacy alien, like it's also like a delicacy. Souls are to demons what mayonnaise is to me. Just that there was lots of tail action. There was a lot of tail action. I mean, if you have a tail, you've got to use it right.
I did have that tail.
Ha, that's cool tips. My mum teaches Tai Chi. We have a friend called Amy too who does it. Also, I'm kind of curious, what did you guys all want to do when you were kids? Like, have you wanted to be an artist the entire time? Or did you used to have a dream career?
I think I used to want to make games.
When you were a kid?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. And you went into that when you're an adult, so...
Yeah.
Yes, teach me the ways of dance. I love dancing. Oh yeah, the Halloween party is fast approaching. Do you have any ideas, Claire? Game design is a great thing to be. Who's Costo? Aline.
Costo. I'm gonna guess some sort of detective.
What? Did I pronounce it wrong as well? Oh, White Walk would be awesome. You could do some really cool makeup for that. Watch out for Gillian's costume. Because she always does amazing costumes.
That dude who went as the creature from that popular TV show that happened last year was cool.
Stranger Things.
I remembered the name, I just didn't want to reveal that it was a creature.
I don't think that's a spoiler. I think that's
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, he went as the creature, it was awesome.
It was cool though because they did their entire room up in Stranger Things fashion.
And he lived there.
I think White Walk would be amazing, Claire. Tips, that's really interesting too because my parents were both theatre designers back when I was a kid, so I was around a lot of theatre and I really enjoyed it as well. So maybe there is something about like art and acting together as a recipe for animation.
It's cool you're both theatre kids.
I don't know if I'd call myself a theatre kid, but I was definitely into drama and doing plays and stuff. It's interesting how uninhibited I was as a kid versus how kind of nervous I am now.
Really? Were you like more outgoing as a kid?
Oh, tons, yeah.
What happened?
I think I just got bullied in high school.
Oh.
Like, it's amazing how much something like that can impact you. Like, I don't think once that happens to you, it ever really goes away. I'm sure it's happened to a lot of people who we know specifically as well. Oh, that's really cool. That you can stand on a stage and not and feel more comfortable there is fantastic. Even when I'm pretending to be someone else on stage, I'm still incredibly nervous.
Let's make this easier on ourselves.
What did you discover, Aline? Performance is great for learning to be more confident. For getting that air of it doesn't really matter if I make an idiot of myself. I can just laugh it off.
You did improv for a bit and did really well at it.
Yeah, thank you. It's just really fun. It's kind of just like playing games all the time. Like, I always find these things are really fun when I get the confidence to do them, but it's going myself up to do them first. Oh wow, Aline, that's awesome! You could, Aline, that would be a good goal. You could use it like a style test, you know? So rather than thinking about actually finishing them, you think of it more like, I'm gonna finish one and see how I like the style of inking, or like see how long it takes me to do a page completely. Because I think those 4 introduction pages you have, where the character's kind of wandering through the wasteland and the ball gets infected, are some great pages. Yeah, tips that makes complete sense. Like, you play that role, you become that character. And that character does what that character would do in the moment. I think it's the same thing with animation. Possibly for you, definitely for me. Like, it's a way to act and put myself out there without needing to stand in front of a crowd. Like, I can hide behind a persona more effectively.
I was a Smurf once.
You were?
Yeah. I had to drag a princess off stage. That was fun.
Why? You guys did a Smurf play?
Yeah.
That's such a weird choice.
Yeah.
Why? Did you have a vote or something?
Nope.
Why?
Our school jumpers were the light blue colour of Smurfs, and we wore white polo necks, so we, as 6-years, we just looked like Smurfs.
So that's why you decided that you would do it?
I didn't decide. The theatre group people were like, oh, you know what would be really fun? I just happened to, like, everyone needed to have a role. Because it was a Essex production, like, everyone needed to do something, so I was like, okay, what part doesn't have lines? Oh well, you could be the Smurf that drags this person off. I can do that. Do you have white trousers? I have my karate gi. Perfect.
Tips: if we meet and I'm completely awkward and nervous, don't be surprised either. What accent would you do? You had to be a donkey in a play. Amazing. That's right, Eileen, do some recon.
Love doesn't make sense.
No one will escape your scrupulous eye.
Proud of it.
Hello, Pretools.
Haha, your dog impression. I'd love to hear that.
What?
What? That's my dog impression.
It's a strange feeling to think that someone is doing impressions of me.
I have impressions of you all the time.
I didn't think I was that impressionable. I tickle you.
No. No.
But.
Oh, I did it in a play, Andrew. You can be someone interesting. Is it expensive to go to the con nearby you? I mean, if it's right next door, you just gotta do it. Yeah, that's my main problem going to cons. It's like I want to kind of buy everything when I'm there. I always come away with a ton of artwork and an empty wallet. Sounds good, Noah. All people have to do to do an impression of me is just be vaguely stressed all the time. Is that me?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's not you.
It's like the me I'm afraid of being.
Hello, Billy.
Ayo! Hey! What's up? Oh my goodness, what stupid sleeve. Oh, Claire, no worries at all, don't worry. I'm still working on the animation. There isn't any rush in it. So don't worry yourself at all. Like, worst case scenario, I might end up having to take this with me on my tablet to football and do some of it in the spare time there. So you've got plenty of time.
Yeah.
It's getting there, slowly but surely.
What did you just say?
I said it is getting there, slowly but surely.
No, just before that.
That worst case scenario, I'll take my Surface Pro to football and I'll like do this in the mornings there.
Cool.
Like, we probably won't be able to stream
Yeah.
for that time when we're away at football. But I'll continue doing like a couple of hours in the morning of this.
Cool. 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 Cool.
Night, Noah.
Good night, sir.
Nighty night.
Yeah. So here's a demonstration, a little bit of like this panel is kind of like it's all separated in colors and stuff. The palette's okay, but like where are you supposed to look? And it's very clearly you're meant to be looking at the teacher and Sylvia. So I've used like an overlay to just push back the rest of the kids. But when I did that, I was like, whoa, they've got a huge amount of like saturation pop all going through them. So I then desaturated them all, and then I put a hue over everything except for Sylvia and the teacher.
Way better. Thank you.
No worries.
Yeah, a lot of it is getting people to look in the right place. Because I put detail everywhere, with the thought that if you need to obstruct anything, you can. But it's better that it's there in case you don't.
I've also added a little bit more color and highlight here because I know that from here over to here the speech bubbles are going to go here. So you want to take in, and then they're over here.
Good plan.
Thanks. I just like the way that it sort of showed that the light was coming in as well, without me actually having to put like a huge amount of light on things. I might actually bring this dude a little brighter since he's next to the window.
Oh, night night, Andrew.
Night night, dude.
Especially animation is better than darkness. I mean, it makes it easier to see through more sheets of paper when you're on your light box if you start it, so. Yes, Celine, animate! I want to make some character expressions, that'd be awesome. I almost did that for the expressions class I did for It's Alive. But I started doing it and realised that I was putting in like anticipations and stuff, and I was like, this is probably going to take me a long time to do, and I put in things I don't need to. So I'm just going to do them as images to stop myself.
Okay.
Oh yeah, best way to improve something is to draw it 24 times a second. So true, too.
Not literally every second, but yeah.
Get faster! So everyone, what are you doing today? What's going on? By the way, Mike, I saw a double page spread that you did, and I'm liking where you're taking it.
Cool. Are you liking where it's at now?
Yeah,
Or
I think
you changed something about it.
I think the ice might be a little bit too intense,
Okay.
but other than that, it's pretty awesome. I like that you've dialed it way back.
Thanks.
Sure thing.
Does she have a green hat later, or is it still brown?
Yeah, you're gonna go zipping through the treetops. Fly like a bird. Yeah.
Okay, green hat, red hat.
Yellow hat.
Indistinct hat. Green hat. brown hat. Fucking pick, Michael. Going with green hat. Green hat.
You can do it, Mike. You did just go to a leaky con though, Claire. That sounds pretty awesome. I'm really sad you can't go to Thoughtful too. Having your Claire there would have made me feel a lot better. I get it though, no worries. It'd be cool to go to a con together sometime. We're not next to Offset Dublin. It's a good one to go to. I'm really sad that we're missing it.
Missing which one?
Offset, not Offset. Oh, Decaf. Decaf.
Oh, decaf, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we could give some books to someone to put on their table.
Maybe, I don't know. I feel bad about that.
Well, stop.
No.
Okay,
I'm not
one.
gonna get someone who's paying like for a table at a convention in order to sell their merchandise a bunch of our stuff, then feck off so that they sell it for us and then give us the money. Like, it's just, no, feels bad.
Claire, how would you
No.
feel about it?
Mike, no.
Okay, right. So, if we were to ask someone if they'd be willing to do that, they have something additional on their table that
Isn't theirs.
that isn't theirs, no, but it's an extra, I don't know, lure maybe, like.
It's not theirs. Like,
Okay.
I mean, extra law is great, but I mean, if you're conventioning and someone else's work was bringing people over,
Okay.
I mean, it's just like asking someone to go through the effort of clearing space on their table for your stuff and then having to sell it for you and then just giving you the money afterwards without you having to be there to help. It just feels bad. It just gives me the bad feels. Like, to me, it feels like if we can't make a con, we can't make a con. And if we're going to give someone like a commission for selling our books, that's different. But if we're just expecting people to do it because they're friends and they don't really get anything out of it, then
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, let us know what days you're looking for a hotel. Well, it would be during Thoughtful, wouldn't it? Because that's a shame, because for a while we had like an extra room available with us.
Yeah.
But now Paul's filling it. He's coming over the weekend of Thoughtful only, right?
I think so, yeah.
And I think Chloe's taking it
The other days.
the other days, maybe. I really hope you can make it there, Tibbs. But if not, then we can meet anyway and just like have a coffee or something. And hang out a little bit. Yeah, Billy, I'd love to do that, an ABC meetup. It's awesome having people from all over the world, but I also feel kind of bad because I wish there was a place we could all meet that people could get to easily, you know? Yeah, Claire says she wouldn't mind, but she knows for decaf you have to submit the sort of stuff you're going to sell, so I don't know if it would be allowed.
Mm-hmm.
And don't know if I have a table yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, Claire, I wouldn't feel comfortable asking you to do that. Even if Mike's okay with it, I think that I wouldn't be. So I'd rather we didn't. I'd rather you just sell your stuff and have an awesome time. We can make the next decaf and sell them then.
Mhm.
You okay, Mike?
Yeah, why?
Because I'm worried that I've offended you.
I think it's just our difference in what's socially acceptable and what's not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're like, oh, we'd be taking advantage of them, and I'm like, it's just putting books on a table.
Yeah,
It's
I
just,
know.
it's like,
But that person's paid for that table for their artwork.
they have. Yeah. Like, if they don't have room, then I wouldn't be like, oh, could you do it anyway?
Yeah.
But if it's like, here's like 5 books. It's just like, I would do the same for other people.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If people gave us books to sell at a table at Thoughtful.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it here, folks. If anybody wants to sell anything at Thoughtful, let us know.
Okay.
I mean, I appreciate that, like, most people might be fine with it, and you might be fine with it. I know it's, like, my own social anxiety, but, like, if it makes me uncomfortable, I'd rather not do it anyway, you know? I'd just rather not be socially uncomfortable, basically.
You heard it here, folks.
Mm-hmm.
We're not offering anything on our table now.
Oh no, like, I'm actually okay to offer other people that. I thought you might not be. But I'm saying that I'm socially uncomfortable to ask other people.
How can you be okay for doing it for others, but not okay for doing it for yourself?
I'm that way with a lot of things.
Are you double standards thing?
I guess that's one way to put it. I feel that way about a lot of things. A lot of things I'd personally be okay with doing for people, but I don't want to make that assumption about others. So, like, me asking other people to do something and me saying I'm okay to do something are two separate things to me.
Okay.
Because I'm not.
So is it the pressure that you think would be applied by asking? Like they
that's
might do
partially
it even if they don't want to.
That's partially it, for sure.
Okay.
Like, asking someone publicly as well is difficult.
I didn't ask publicly though.
Okay, I'm not saying you did, I'm just saying because you asked me about public pressure of being asked.
No, I didn't mean the public pressure. I meant like the if you ask someone and they would feel the pressure of like, oh, we're friends, so I guess I'll do that.
Well,
Opposed to being like, oh, like them genuinely saying yes because they want to do it.
Yeah, well, the answer is yes to both. Like, I feel bad people say yes to me about things because they're my friends. And I also feel bad about putting pressure on people if I ask people in front of others.
Yeah.
But also the reasons I stated for this specific thing. But often I just like, I'm okay with stuff, but I just don't want to assume that other people would be okay with it too. It's the main reason why.
Well, don't assume. That's why you ask.
Yeah. It is, but like I said, I'm worried that people don't feel able to say no.
Okay.
I don't know. I know it's weird. I know it's odd to be okay with doing one thing, but not okay with other people doing it.
Yeah.
It's a weird duality thing, and it's just like anxiety is where it comes from, I think.
I mean, I understand the situation where someone comes over and goes, "Oh, did you make this?" and you have to say no, and that's always difficult. Like that's what that situation would create. And I would understand if someone would be like, "No, I'd rather not have to do that." But yeah, I'm the weird one.
We're both weird. Social things are weird.
But I'm the kind of person that goes up to people at tables at a con and they go, "Oh, what brings you to the con?" And I go, "Oh, well, we're trying to meet more creators, and you know, we're making comics, so we're, you know, trying to learn more." It's like, "Oh, what stuff do you make? Oh, would you like to see?" Yeah. And then through the course of that conversation, they might go, "Can I buy this?" And I'd be like, "Sure." And then be like, "No, no, 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 no." And I'd be like, I'm not going to say no to a person who's... Like, I'm not the kind of person that would go up to a table and go, "Do you want to buy this?" But I'm the kind of person that would go up and show people things to people that are on tables, even if I've not got a table.
I feel like the implication of showing people your work and telling them it's for sale is there, but again, that might just be me.
But yeah, I think you assume that I go up to people and go, "Hey, do you want to buy this?" And I never do.
No, I don't assume that. I just assume... I mean, it sounds terrible, and I don't mean it like this. Like it's going to sound... This is me finding it hard to put things into words, put feelings into words. But there's a part of me that worries that people think we're going up to them and making small talk so that we have the opportunity to show them our stuff and get them to buy it. And that's like the last thing I want people to think. Because I literally just want to go up to them and have a conversation about their stuff that they're showing, because I think it's cool.
Okay.
So I don't like showing people the work or mentioning... I don't like being like, "Oh, we do comics too, here's our stuff," to people.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm just like really socially anxious like that. There's a lot of stuff that goes in my head which is like, what if they think this? What are we implying by saying this? Which other people might not even consider, like might not cross their minds that we're even thinking anything about that. But there's the paranoia there. But I need... I want to apply to that thing where you're like, you think people will think the only reason you are going up to them is because you're trying to show them your work. Mm.
And I would say, I don't think it's a bad thing that it is one of the reasons. Like, people go to a convention to meet creators. People go to a convention as a creator to meet the other creators that are there. So
yeah,
if one of the reasons that you go up to someone is partially because you yourself is a creator and you want to show them your work, I think that's healthy. I think they probably would want to meet other creators, and if you only show them your work and you show no interest in theirs, that's bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I would frown upon that.
Yeah, like I agree there's a balance to be struck. And it's enough of those situations where if someone comes up to me at a convention and shows me their work, I'm just going to be happy to see their work. But when I'm on the other side of the table, it feels to me somehow that when they're selling at their table, that's not really the time to have a discussion about like your work as well. Maybe that's for the bar afterwards, or you know, it feels like, yeah, people go there to meet other comic creators and show each other their work, but a lot of people pay for tables to show people their work. They put money into it. So me kind of waltzing in with an armful of books and going around and showing people my stuff without having a table kind of feels... Again, it feels like people might feel like I'm taking advantage. So I wouldn't want to do that. But I also appreciate that's really not what you're doing. And it is another thing which is a paranoia that I have that other people might not... Like, it might not even come into their heads that it's a possibility. But either way, the fact that you're okay to go to people and show work and speak to people like that, whereas I'm really scared to do it, is something that I really need. And I think it's something that works with us, is that you push me to do things that sometimes I feel uncomfortable doing. And sometimes that could be a really good thing. Like when I'm scared to talk to someone who I really admire, and you push me to go and talk to them rather than miss the opportunity. And normally I'd be way too scared, but you kind of make me do it, and then I'm really happy that I got to have a conversation with that person.
Yeah.
Mike and me are like two halves of one person. I'm like the anxiety voice that's in your head, and Mike's like the more sort of I don't know what you call it, thinking side, the sensible side, the common sense side. I'm very much driven by feelings and emotions a lot of the time.
You have to understand that it scares me too. You have to understand that I'm coming from a place of doing it anyway, because otherwise no one knows. Like, unless they ask, no one knows. Like, you're having a conversation with someone and they start describing how to approach drawing and like how to get started and things like that, and I just kind of went, oh, that's really cool. This is India Swift, and I'm Michael Doyle, pleased to meet you. And the guy went, you're India Swift? And then the conversation took another track where it was like, you started discussing like at a higher level of competency, because he now knew. And that's the sort of thing where that's not being I guess I just see it as being efficient and cutting to the chase. It's like you're both wasting each other's time, really, if you're not being honest about like, hi, I really like your artwork. I want to talk to you about making comics seriously and not...
That's like totally what I said, but I know what you mean. Like saying, hey, I'm really interested in making comics and I think your artwork's amazing, doesn't necessarily tell them whether you're sort of beginning or intermediate levels of drawing. That was weird though, that he knew who I was. That was a really odd feeling. But yeah, you're right, it did mean that then he started talking to me differently. Because he knew I wasn't just asking like, I don't know. I don't even know what would be a comic question that you would ask someone. What paper do you use? What pen do you use? I mean, those are genuine questions that I asked him, though, because I do want to know how he got those brush strokes. I do want to know what kind of board he buys, because I'd like to try and do the next comic traditionally.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on becoming less anxious. But it's a difficult thing to do.
It is.
It's a long road.
It is really hard.
And I appreciate that you're scared. And that's one of the things I really admire about you.
Claire's like, I could sit there reading a comic and hope someone asks me about it and be like, oh, this is yeah.
I think we said yesterday to Aline on the stream too that I was saying how good it would be to have a convention where you all go and you have your tables as usual, where you have your stuff laid out, and then before the convention starts, everybody moves one table to the left but leaves the stuff where it is, and then you're selling someone else's work. And it's so much easier then to be like, you should buy this, this is amazing, look at this, look how cool this is, look at the drawing, this is so awesome, you want this. Like, suddenly it's easy to sell someone else's work.
I love the juxtaposition between these two conversations where it's like everyone, I think because it's all an equal opportunity thing where everyone switched to another table and they're selling completely someone else's work. But the suggestion I made of partially selling someone else's work and it being easier for you to do because you can be genuinely enthusiastic. Well, you can still be genuinely enthusiastic, but there's not the crippling self-doubt and the like, oh, my book is amazing, you should totally buy this. And it's like, this book is amazing, that you should totally buy this. And like, you're suggesting a scenario where everyone's doing that rather than just one person on one particular book, which is wrong. And it's like, I just look at the greater context of everything and go, it's someone, if it's a friend, they're supporting you by helping to sell your book.
I know. I mean, the devil is in the details for me, because in one scenario, it's the thing that everyone's aware of before they go. That is something that everybody's doing, and it's like, that's the thing you're doing, that's official, that's the event. And the other one is you personally asking a favour from a friend.
Yeah.
And they're two very different things.
Context is everything.
Yeah, like Reiki was seriously, we were having this conversation with Reiki when we were first talking about it, and Reiki was saying she's seriously considering trying to do something like that because it would help a lot of artists become kind of more confident about selling their work, because it's so much easier when it's someone else's work to be a fan of it than it is to be that enthusiastic about your own.
Sorry to hear about your therapist tips.
Oh yeah, I've just scrolled up to read that. I'm very sorry about that too. That's awful. But yeah, I'd be up for that. If we all either went to a convention together and just decided we were going to do that ourselves, or if we organised a mini convention.
Be a fun experiment.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have enough people in kind of England, Ireland and Wales and Scotland to be able to do something like that. But we would have to kind of gather everyone for it.
Question for the group: what gives you confidence with regards to your art?
Mike. Are you thinking?
Yeah. Art's my way out from myself. Like, I found it really difficult to talk to people, but I could strike up a conversation if I was drawing at the time. So art's my escape, and it gives me confidence because it gives me a grounding, something to show what I'm interested in. Like, I've never really had a difficulty showing my art to people, and I can't come at it from that point of view where you're scared to show someone what you've done, because I'm scared to not show people what I've done, because how will they see me otherwise? How will they know that I've been here or I'm doing stuff? So I guess it comes from a different place. And in terms of having confidence about how good it is, you know, it can always be better, and there's a joy in trying to get better and trying to improve. There's a joy in learning new skills. There's like everything that you're making now is another step toward what you're making next. And I guess there's a confidence in not heavily caring about any one particular piece or what someone will think of it, because in the grand scheme it doesn't really matter what they think of it. What matters is, like, if someone doesn't get what you've done or doesn't understand it, doesn't matter, because someone else might. Like, I think creating anything has value, and just the act of creating it has value. Whether the thing that you've made is anything at all, like, doesn't matter. You've changed something. So I try and focus more on that. I mean, I've been colouring these comics, and people are, of course it gives me a bit more confidence in terms of like, hey, your colours, I like those. I'm like, that's really cool. So, you know, getting encouragement from other people is great, and you only get that by showing it to people. So that you like make the first step of knowing it doesn't really matter to show something you've made. It's not like, the world will end, because it doesn't. I'm rambling. I hope I've answered. I've tailed off. Next person can answer. Have you idea?
That was a good answer though, I liked it. It was interesting for sure, because the way that we see our art is very different as well, which maybe explains a little bit why our approaches are so different. See, to me, my art is a way to express the things that I struggle to express myself. And they're like a deep expression of kind of who I am and what I enjoy. They're a way for me to get those onto paper, and to show it to myself. To see the things that only I can see actually there. And it is like a deep form of this is kind of who I am, and I can do a picture of something and hide behind it in a way, because people see the art and they don't see me when I put it out there. I can kind of run away and judge whether they like this thing from afar, and that's good, because it's easier for me to see them judging the art than it is to see them actually face to face judging me. On the other hand, it's difficult, and that's the reason why I don't really have confidence, and I find it hard to show people art sometimes, and I get hurt easily when people don't like art, is because it is kind of an expression of myself. And people who don't accept or don't like my art, my art is so tied to my self-worth. It's like the thing that I am, and the thing that I do, and the thing that I enjoy doing the most, that it kind of does feel like it's a rejection of me when people don't like it. And it's fine for them not to like it, of course. But I think as humans we're always kind of looking for that Me Too feeling, where someone resonates with what you've done and they get it.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's a way to hide, and I don't necessarily enjoy showing it that much, but I'm always looking for that other person who's like, oh, me too. That connection to others from behind the kind of safety of the picture. Yeah, Tiff says, I think my art is more me than I am. If people meet me in real life, they're not seeing me as much as people who see my art. I think the art is who I feel like I am inside. And it's what I always fail to express outside. Like, I always feel like I fail to live up to who I actually am when I'm in person with people, if that makes sense. Like, I fail to get across who I am. I fail to communicate that. You know, often I feel a way, but will try and hide it, or I just like won't communicate it properly.
Art's about making mistakes and learning from them. Because that's what life's about. And if you get hung up on the mistakes and don't avoid looking at them, you're missing a large part of it. And people like looking at mistakes because they can learn from them too. Which is why showing the process and watch streaming and things in general, that's why people come. They come to be entertained, they come to have a feeling of me too, and they want to learn too. And that's why showing a work in progress, while scary, is valuable.
I don't really feel like mistakes are mistakes though. I feel like mistakes are steps to getting better. Because mistake implies that it's something you probably shouldn't have done in the first place.
No, that's not, well...
Whereas it's kind of necessary for you to do that in order to get to the end result you do get to afterwards. I'm not saying there aren't such things as actual mistakes, but in art, if you mess up a drawing, it's kind of paving the way.
Give me synonyms for mistake. I think there's a misconception with people that great artists started great. They didn't.
I love Aaron's quote. What was it? Was it, I didn't come out of the womb drawing fucking Mozart? Which is hilarious in many, many different ways.
Yeah.
But the idea is that you're not born able to do art, which is why the concept of talent
Good night, Tristan.
can grate me the wrong way. Night night, Tristan. Thanks for joining us. Hey Rolando, how's it going? God, started great. That's cheating.
Did they?
We made them what they are. Yeah, I get very annoyed with talent, and I feel bad too because people don't. It's not people's fault when they say that they think someone's talented. You know, and if someone says that I'm talented, I really appreciate the compliment that I feel like they're trying to give me, and it's just my own kind of annoyance with the word that's the problem. But yeah, I do feel like it represents the work as something that just kind of happens because you're naturally good at it.
Sorry, I just thought of a response to this, like it's a shitty response, but someone goes, "Oh, you're so talented." It's just like, I used to be talented. I used that shit up a long time ago, though.
I just don't think it's a thing. Like, you work hard and you do it a lot.
Mm.
Yeah, these things have to be earned, Aline.
I think talent is the shield people put up to separate those who do from those who don't, so they feel more secure in their own choices. And you see it in the statement. Someone sees a drawing and they goes, "I wish I could draw." And the wish to draw is what like artists start with.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you can draw, you just don't.
Yeah, exactly.
And the reality of that, like, feels hurtful to people, but it's just that honest, like, oh, I wish I could draw. You can draw.
Well, you could draw if you wanted to put the work in to learn how to do it.
What they're really saying is, I wish I could draw well. I think.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Like, also, I'm someone who just personally, like, I don't believe in nature, but I do believe in nurture.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't believe someone is born naturally predisposed to do a certain thing or be a certain thing. I think nurture has a heck of a lot more to do with it than people think it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rolando, definitely. Someone who would be able to create better art in an environment that helps them learn. This student has no support, for sure. Then again, there are people who have no support and they use that as a fire to push them forward. Like, some people are given all the support to draw in the world, but don't put the effort in.
So what's the difference between those people?
I think it's,
Would that be nature?
no.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Because you have, like, at least four case scenarios. Those who are supported and draw.
Mm-hmm.
Those who are not supported and draw anyway. And there's those who are supported and don't draw. And those who are not supported and don't draw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's two nurturers. Well, I guess it's not a binary state of
No,
either
it's
they're
not.
nurtured
Like,
or not
nurture
nurtured.
happens whether you want it to or not. And it can be something as simple as, like, I was walking past a shop and I saw this one page of a book which had a piece of art on it, and I'd never seen anything like it.
Mhm.
And I wanted to make that because I'd never seen anything like it.
Mhm.
Or it can be as simple as, I've grown up with these things around me all the time. I don't feel comfortable without them. Or it can be, I've grown up with these things around me all the time. I
Get
don't
away
want to
from
see
me.
that again. You know?
Yeah.
But nurture happens either way.
I think then, well, that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's good, Claire, because I'm sure they don't mean it that way. This is something that is like just a personal irk of mine. It's not their fault that I interpret it this way, because it is my interpretation of the word. And interpretation, like just like the way that different people think appeal is different and means different things. The word talent means a lot of different things to different people. Yeah, physical limitations I feel are a different thing. And people have pushed past physical limitations as well, but there are certain things where if you're born with physical limitations, that's something that can stop people. But I wouldn't say that you're talented if you're not like physically enabled to do something. If that makes sense. Like I wouldn't call having the physical ability to do something being talented at it.
Yeah.
So therefore I don't think it factors into whether you're talented or not. But yeah, definitely nurture and discipline are things that I think have a big impact. Mhm. I like Tibbs' interpretation too.
Yeah. The nature is wanting to draw, and the nurture is actually practicing art.
Yeah, and I agree too. Someone who's born with disability tends to have a greater attitude and flexibility to create more. Although, again, that's not something, they weren't born with that attitude, they developed that attitude through living with the disability.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm just like, it might be naive, but I think I just have the dream in my head and the belief that like anyone can be anything, but there are certain things that can happen to us, nature or nurture, that can like inhibit that or prevent that or make us believe we can't do that.
Yeah.
But I don't believe anyone's destiny is pre-written before they kind of enter the world.
Yeah.
Like, maybe whether something happens or not may be pre-written, but how it happens isn't.
Interesting.
I was thinking there about people who, you know, there's some people who are born and they have particular lifelines set in terms of them having some kind of debilitating disease or disability.
Oh,
God
right,
forbid,
okay.
like what a horrible, terrible thing. But what they do with their time, you know, that's something they get to choose.
Gotcha, yeah. I thought you were talking about fates and stuff or something there. I was like, whoa, what?
No, in terms of fate, I believe the alien theme, it's not the alien theme, it's the Terminator theme. No fate except that which you make.
Yeah, okay.
Or at least I want to believe that, you know? That's the
Yeah.
world I want to live in. So that's the world I try to make for myself. Aline disagrees. She was predestined to take over the world and be the greatest. Sucks for all of you who want me though. Can I be a minion?
You want to be Alien's minion?
I was destined to be Aline's minion.
I feel bad for minion characters in any story.
Aw. How come?
Because their life is subservient to the goals or wishes of another person.
Aw. Do Do you think that Alfred is Batman's minion?
No.
And it's like working out what a minion is, like whether they have to be a villain to be a minion or whether you can be a minion of a good person.
I think Alfred is like Batman's Merlin.
Niece. Big reveal. Spoilers. Yeah, he's a little bit.
Impossible plot twist. Go. I saw an Imager post recently which had at the top of it a picture of Captain America, and it's the one where he's like, "Hail Hydra," and it's like Marvel's, plot twist on Captain America, but then people have just done different versions and have painted over Captain America with different heroes or different characters, just saying something that's so completely out of character. So it's just like, Batman, I shot my parents.
Nice.
I think there's a Deadpool one that says, I don't like chimichangas. It was ridiculous though.
See, it's not like that philosophy a lot. If it's interesting, it'll get serialised. It's a good topic for a comic, Rolando, learning to adapt. It's probably one of the most important life skills you can have. I'd love to see some of it sometime if you have some. Like, feel free to post it into the Discord. But yeah, it's a great theme. Really, really interesting topic as well. Batman is Alfred's minion. It's true, he was pulling the strings the whole time. I always thought it would have been awesome if Alfred had turned out to be the Joker.
There's probably a storyline with that.
Yeah, I bet they've done that somewhere. I haven't seen it though, and I think that'd be like great because Alfred is so straight-laced and kind of abides by the rules so much. It'd be a great persona for the Joker to like be playing.
Are you kidding?
What do you mean?
Alfred's like he's like, Alfred's not straight-laced.
No?
No.
Like, he was in the cartoons I watched. He was always like, "Be careful, Master Bruce."
Okay. Well, maybe he's been adapted or something since, but...
Because he made more gritty and badass. Does he walk around in a mech now? I wouldn't be surprised.
You actually say that, but there is this... It's not Alfred, but there's a storyline in which Commissioner Gordon becomes the Batman, but he's in a mech suit. Gets a bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
But like, I think Alfred's supposed to have had a past in which he's been trained in war or combat type stuff, so he can handle his own.
Hello, Last on Mars. Yeah, I really like the idea that you had, Tibbs, about the art block. That sounds great. And Rolando, that also sounds great. A shy robot, I'm on board.
My favourite old animated Batman is when Bruce loses his memory and Alfred is looking for him and he can't handle the bat plane.
Oh, Alfred. I love Alfred. Oh, that's cool, Rolando. So it was done in a comic. I'd quite like to read that comic. It's pretty awesome. I've always wondered like what that would be like, so it'd be cool to read it. I'll find it somewhere. I didn't realise you'd taken to listening to rock and roll, sir. Alfred is a badass because he's unshakable. No matter what the situation, he retains that stiff upper lip. Well, unless he's trying to pilot the bat plane, apparently. I remember I used to have the Batman and Robin cartoon maker on my PC.
Really?
Yeah, back on Windows 95. And my favourite cartoon that I made was all about Alfred. And it was just about the fact that Alfred was like this clone that Batman had ordered. And because Batman lived a very dangerous lifestyle, Alfred kept getting killed in really ridiculous ways. And he kept having to like get a new Alfred ordered. My episode was called Time to Hire a New Butler.
Time to hire a new butler.
And that was the punchline that was said every time an Alfred died. And I had it come on the screen in a speech bubble.
So on the nose. It's just you.
I was a very good writer back then.
Time to hire a new butler.
Time to hire a new butler. Yeah.
You ridiculous lady.
It was really bad.
You ridiculous lady.
I thought it was very good back then. I was proud.
It's very good.
I thought it was ridiculous in a good way. But now I know it's just ridiculous.
Very good. Very good.
Ooh. Thank you for dropping the link. Let me see if I can get this to work. Aha! It's working! He's so nice. I love these drawings and character expressions. Let's see. Oh nice, hold on, let me bring this over so you guys can see it. How cool!
Ooh. What's this?
It's the comic that Rolando was talking about.
Oh wow.
Which is about a blind girl and she has this shy robot to help.
That's really cool.
Yeah, isn't it great? It's about adapting, like adapting to life and adapting to situations.
That sounds really awesome. It looks
I'm
really
guessing the
awesome.
blonde girl is a friend who gives her the shy robot to help. I'm still learning too, but this looks fantastic. I love it. I also, yeah, I can't help scrolling, I'm sorry, it's so nice.
Twinflame asked us
Also,
if
I
anyone
think-
else lives in Florida.
This drawing is fantastic. I love this. But yeah, I'll keep it up and I'll look at it off stream because I don't know how much you're okay to show. So I don't want to go through the entire thing in front of people in case. If it was only page 11, that's okay. It's a gorgeous work though. I love it.
So is this... Whose work is that?
Rolando.
It's his comic.
Yeah.
Nice. That's what my comic is about. Nice.
Yee. Yeah. Like, maybe drop that in the Discord so that other people can take a look. Because I scrolled past like some really gorgeous stuff. Oh, that's so cool, Rolando. Thank you. Well, geez, man, the art's stunning. So
Yeah,
you can
shouldn't
do
have
it.
trouble. If we can help in any way, let us know.
Yeah.
We just small fries at the moment.
Yeah, I hope that everyone who is in Florida is alright.
Is it another hurricane?
Oh no. What's from Mars is from Florida. We have to keep up to date with, like, the world's going crazy the last couple of days. We just found out about the Japan missile scare yesterday night. And it's got us all pent up and worried now because we're going to Japan in like a month.
Yeah.
Like, things feel like they're just going mad. With all these natural disasters and just crazy stuff happening.
We can just hope that the crazy weather prevents missile strikes.
Yeah. Have a good time soaring through the treetops, Tibbs.
Enjoy. Bye.
Yeah, we just found out about it, Orlando. That's okay. Like, I'm glad we know, but it's scary, you know? The world is bonkers at the minute. But yeah, like, I'm anxious to hear from Rene as well to let us know that he's doing okay. I'll drop the link wherever you want. Peg bar or feedback, both are good. Like, feedback generally is just for if you want critique on something. But feel free to just share it in the peg bar if you want to just share it, you know. Anywho, we should head off, Ski.
Yeah. Okay, so
Because it's getting 25 past.
Shit. Irma's the most powerful hurricane ever recorded
In
the Atlantic.
Yeah, let's let's look at it after the stream.
Yeah.
I'm sure people don't need more worry put on their plates.
Okay.
Alrighty guys. Well, everybody stay safe, okay? And have a great day.
Yeah, take care everyone.
We'll
Thanks
be
for
in the
joining
Discord
us.
all day, so we'll chat to you guys there. And thanks so much for joining us this morning on the stream. It's been awesome to hang out and chat as usual. We've covered some really cool and interesting topics as well today, which is really awesome. Sometimes nice to have the more kind of deep conversations as well. It's talking about butts all the time.
Yeah. It was nice.
Yeah, good luck with your work, everyone. And if you're somewhere where it's super late, have sweet dreams and sleep well. And yeah, everybody just stay safe and look after each other, okay?
Take care.
Much, much love. May it be filled with
Safety.
adventure, but not too much adventure. The right amount of adventure.
Safe adventure.
Safe adventure.
Take care everyone.